Uh-oh, wait a second. Display capture, video capture, get rid of that, get rid of this. Give me a second, gotta get this thing working properly. Audio's working, video is about to be working. There we go. Now, just tilt this down a tiny bit. There we go. Good evening, good evening. Give me a couple seconds. I'm still getting set up right there and right there. Everything looks about right there. Cool. All right. Everything's good to go. Ooh, check it out. Someone's here tonight. Oh my goodness, yeah. Let's turn the screen around so you guys can see it better. There we go. And let's do this over here. Come on. All right. Let's see. Uh-oh. Questions. Starting from the very beginning. Now, Michael, CJ, Everyday 587, Mungie, Jessica Ruiz, how are you today? Hal Scully, what's happening? Matt, Nefer, I'll just Sammy, John Boba, Idaho Rancher, how you doing, Idaho Rancher? SWAT Team, Daniel, Randy, Go Live Life Well, nice name, Marion. Botox Doc. Yep, got home a little while ago. Been working in my workshop. Get Christmas coming on. I'm the kind of guy who likes to make Christmas presents. I know, weird. I could just write a check, but I don't feel like it. I think it's more important to do it. Make something. Jessica, I have a 401k that I haven't touched since the pandemic. Where should I put it? Okay, Jessica, I really can't answer that question right here, right now. But if you really want to have a chat with me, drop me your phone number. I'll give you a buzz tomorrow, and we'll chat. Max, how you doing? Tanya, Dave, June, Legacy, Levi Rickman, cool name. Tanya, VIG and SCHD, any thoughts? User 946428802280, interesting name. We'll call you Peter. All right, Peter, VIG. What the heck is VIG, Peter? VIG. Before I even get started, Peter, first of all, number one, good evening, everyone. My name is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk, where I invest in dividend stocks to show you how I get 1% every single week. I use a simple strategy I created for my 9-year-old daughter back in 2008. Now, here's the thing. When you're trying to teach a 9-year-old how to invest in dividend stocks, well, or invest, period, it had to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. So I came up with 5 extremely strict laws. Very strict, not laws, rules. Okay? Rule number 1, never buy something you don't understand. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. It defeats the purpose. Rule number 3, make sure the company's consistently profitable. What I mean by that, consistently profitable. You can look at the quarterly reports, the annual reports, whatever you want to do. I go straight to the dividends because the dividend is a portion of the company's profits that they give back to the investors, and that's you and me. Once you buy the stocks, you become an investor, you become a shareholder. You and me are entitled to a portion of the profits. All right, dividends, consistent increases. I like 2 decades. That's 20 years for those of you who don't know how to count. Don't be insulted. Not everyone can do it. Okay? Rule number 4, weekly options only. If the company has no weekly options, it's just not going to work. Now, when I say I want simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week, the only way I'm going to be able to get 1% every week is to find something that has a weekly opportunity. Well, weekly options. Okay, stocks such as this right here, VIG, this is monthly, which means I can only do it once a month. I can't get weekly cash flow with a monthly optionable stock. So user 946428888 blah 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 blah. Both VIG and SCHD are not going to work for this particular trading strategy. Now, If you're here looking for capital growth, if you're looking for me to give you a tip, say, hey, buy this and it's going to shoot up, you're in the wrong place. That's not what I do. Okay, I forgot rule number 5. Make sure the numbers work. Now, I am going to go through a couple of sample trades just to give you an idea of how it works. All right, it's really not that difficult. Remember, it was created for a 9-year-old little girl, which means it had to be simple, safe, all that kind of stuff. Let's get to it. All right, let's go through. Now, for those of you just getting here, I will answer every single question, so please only ask the question once. I will get to it before the night is over. I may not get to it as fast as you want me to, but I will get to each and every one of them. Okay, Jessica, seriously, if you want to have a conversation, give you my opinion, it's just an opinion, okay? I don't know anything about you, but if you share a few things, maybe I will be able to give you an idea, okay? I don't like the 401ks. They weren't intended for us to hold long term. Okay, Joshua, that's Jessica, B. All right, on it, 101. The Standard, 1821. Bobby Fish, Carlos, Peter, Dan, Norman, all those guys just saying hi, just saying hi, just saying hi. You guys have no questions? All right, somebody has thoughts on Tesla. Okay, so apparently you weren't paying attention. When I say dividend stocks only, if you want to invest in Tesla, more power to you. It does not have dividends. It does not fit into this trading strategy. Eddie, how are you today? Thank you for that lightning bolt, dude. That was nice of you. How come we cannot follow? I'm not quite sure. Clicking options. Why is it you cannot follow? That I'm beyond me on that one. I don't know. It must be an issue with yours. Because, there are 29 other people pretending to be me. So if you get a text message or something like that, it's not me. I don't use WhatsApp. I don't use, what's that other one? Telegram. Okay, I only do dividend stocks. I don't do crypto. I don't do Forex. I don't do smart contracts. I don't do any of that other stuff. Okay, dividend stocks only. So if you really want to chat with me, drop me your phone number. I will give you a buzz. Okay, where are we? Where are we? Okay, so we're basically done with questions already. Personal favorite dividend stock. My personal favorite is Macy's, and we're going to go over that one a little bit. Best cold storage wallet you can recommend. Okay, Joshua, thoughts on XRP? XRP is not a dividend stock. Austin, how are you tonight? What platform do you trade on? Bob Lee, this platform right here is called Think or Swim. It's owned by Charles Schwab. I do not get any compensation whatsoever for recommending it. I just like it because everything I need is there. B, long or LONQ. What is that? LONQ. Now, usually, okay, if I say what the heck is that, it's usually going to be a no. All right? LONQ has no options. That's going to be a no. How do I get started in dividend stocks? Dave, how are you today? Well, Dave, you started right here. This is how you start. You ask questions, and then you just move forward one step at a time. Number one, you have to find a good list of dividend stocks. Hope you got a pen and paper. Here they come. Are you ready? Dividend Kings. 54 companies that have consistently increased their dividends for more than 5 decades. Number two, Dividend Aristocrats, 67 companies that have consistently increased their dividend payments to their shareholders. Number three, Dividend Champions, 150 companies that have consistently increased their dividends to their shareholders. Number four, Dividend Contenders, 300 companies that have consistently increased their dividends for 10 to 24 years. Not quite making the 25-year list, but still 10 years to 24 years. Pretty good. Just bought all kinds of bonk stock. Bonk? Never heard of it. Thoughts on dividend stocks in TSX? All right, user JKL. I have no idea how the Canadian market works. Okay, if it's on the U.S. stock market, that's what I do. Now, the U.S. stock market, we checked last week, 9,797 different companies you can invest in at any time whatsoever. Sean, SCHD is not a stock? Yeah, I get that, but it still doesn't fit. The options are horrible. Wait a minute, the options are okay, but the dividends are horrible. Sean, we'll take a look at that in just a minute to give you my opinion. Eddie, let's take a look at Johnson & Johnson, considering you're asking nicely. Okay. Now, unfortunately, Eddie, take a look at this. Johnson & Johnson has been dropping since 170. It's now at 144. Look at the last couple of weeks. Okay. A couple of weeks ago, she was at 157. Friday, she's at 143. Okay, still dropping. Don't know where the bottom is, but by keeping our eye on it, by continuously watching it, all this coming week, we'll find out where the bottom is actually going to be. And once we find the bottom, let's zoom into this a little bit more. Okay. Now, Eddie, you see this right here? Okay, here's the bottom right here. Stock turns, goes back up. You got your profit taken, it comes down. Here's the bottom, it turns, it goes back up. Drops again, here's the bottom, it turns, it goes back up. Well, we're waiting for here, we're waiting for the bottom, because what do you think is going to happen here? Most likely the exact same thing. As stocks drop, they find a bottom, consolidate, turn around, and go back up. Now, if you think the stock is going to come to your house and wash your dishes and take out the trash, you're sadly mistaken. They go up, they go down. They go up, they go down. To think a stock does anything other than go up or go down is just silly. They do not consistently go up. They do not consistently go down. They do a combination of the two. Up, down, every single day. My idea, okay, this is what I've taught my daughter, is pick a good company. Johnson & Johnson is a good company. Now, buying it at this moment in time, in my humble opinion, is not a good idea because she's on her way down. As soon as she finds the bottom, now we'll look tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, as soon as the bottom is as soon as the bottom isolates itself. What do I mean by that? Well, take a look right here. She drops, finds the bottom, 2 days to the upside, that's where I jump in. I like 2 days to the upside after a bottom is isolated. Well, has it been isolated yet? No, it's not. Okay? Because tomorrow, it could be an up day. It could be. It can also be a down day. It's a 50-50 shot. Now, sometimes we can get an idea by the market maker leaving us clues, but he hasn't left any this week. So we don't really know. All right? Now, Vincent, you bought all kinds of bunk stock. What the heck is bonk stock? I've never heard of it. B-O-N-K. Yeah, can't find that symbol, dude, so I have no idea what that means. Okay, B-L-O-N-Q. We already looked at that one. It's already a no. All right? Now, Sean, I'm going to get you a question in 1 second. All right? Alan, at the end of the week, what do you do if the stock price is below the option price and the option expires and you still own the stock? Well, Alan, here's the beauty about a dividend stock, okay? Especially the stocks that I look at. Now, my requirement for me, you guys got to figure out what you want to do for yourself. But for me, I like companies that have 20 years of increased dividends. So if and when, it's not an if, it's not as if it doesn't go down. When it goes down, I can be reassured that I'm getting a higher and higher dividend every single year. Granted, that's not what I want to do. I want to jump in, grab a small profit, jump back out, and do the same thing again. Now, why do I use dividend stocks? Because, let's open this up. This is what is called a EX dividend calendar. We all know what a calendar is. See, that's November. Let's go to December. December 2024. We all know what a calendar is. Okay, simple. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, blah, blah, blah. Okay, here, you see little green dots? Those represent companies. Let me get a few more. Okay. Each and every one of these green dots represents a company that is about to pay a dividend. The interesting thing about a dividend, it has an effect on the stocks. Stocks move for two reasons and two reasons only. One is what's called an unknown reason. The other is a known reason. Either we know why it's moving or we have no clue. Let me give you a couple examples. Okay? Now, if there is an earnings report coming up, well, earnings report affects the stock price. It'll go up, it'll go down, depending on what the earnings report is. The dividend has a tendency to affect the stock price also. We know when that's happening. The interesting thing about dividends is that stock prices have a tendency to increase in value as the stock dividend date gets closer and closer. Each one of these green dots represents a company. Okay, we have PM, what's that? Philip Morris. LUV, that's Southwest Airlines. MO, that's Altria. There's a whole bunch of them. MPW, TSM, SRLEA, SLB, that's Schlumberg, Halliburton. Oh, anyway, there's hundreds upon hundreds. Actually, there's about 4,300 companies that actually pay dividends. So the reason I use dividend stocks because a dividend has a tendency to make the stock go up in value. So, known reasons, unknown reasons. Another known reason is a seasonality. What's a seasonality? Winter, spring, summer, fall. How do stocks react during Christmas season? Well, a lot of them go up, some of them go down. Okay, certain stocks are reacting a certain way based on the weather or the season. All right, unknown reasons. An unknown reason could be a lawsuit that came out of nowhere. Okay, a class action lawsuit, that would do it. A death of a very important person, like take Steve Jobs for instance. Or let's say if Bill Gates died, oh, maybe that stock will drop. Or Elon Musk, if had something happen to him, the stock might drop. And then you have Exxon Valdez. Remember that? Exxon Mobil stock dropped when the Exxon Valdez crashed into the upper Northwest. British Petroleum, they sprung a leak in the Gulf of Mexico. Their stock dropped. Okay, certain events, hurricanes, blizzards, floods, tornadoes, stuff like that, something you cannot plan for. A known event, an unknown event has a tendency to make the stock react a certain way. That's why stocks go up. That's why stocks go down. That's just one of the reasons. Okay? All right. So, now, Alan, also to that question, at the end of the week, what do you do if the stock price is below the option price and the option expires and you still own the stock? Well, here's the thing, Alan. If I buy the stock on a Monday, I sell a covered call, I collect a premium. That premium gives me more than 1%. I'm looking for 1% every week. Now, we're going to get to a couple of trades and actually show you what they look like, so it might be a little easier to follow along. Well, here's the thing. If I buy on a Monday, if it hits my target on Friday, great. I have all my cash back on the following Monday, and I get to do it again. 2, if I don't hit my target, well, I keep the premium, which is 1% or more, and then I go to the next week and I do it again. Right? If I hit my target, great, have all my cash back. If I don't hit my target, I keep that premium and I do it again. And if I'm collecting 1% every single week until it hits my target, well, that's what I'm looking for. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. And I use a covered call. Now, I'm going to get to that in a little bit as we progress throughout the night. Now, I buy a nice stock. I collect a nice premium on it. I like to be in on Monday morning and out on Friday afternoon. Does it happen all the time? No, I would say it's a 60-40 spread. But here's the thing. Depending on what stock I pick and the current movement of the stock will let me know, is it a good trade? Is it not a good trade? Okay, the 5 rules. Remember those? Rule number 1, never buy something you don't understand. If you don't understand it, if you don't know anything about it, well, don't buy it. It's actually that simple. Okay? If it doesn't make sense, don't buy it. If you can't picture yourself holding it for the rest of your life, don't buy it. It's actually that simple. Don't jump into a stock because everybody's talking about the next new thing. Okay, yeah, new things come and go every week. Every week there's a new thing. Not all of them pan out. Okay, I don't do that kind of trading. If you're here looking for something that's going to shoot up and make you a lot of money, this is not it. I'm looking for 1% per week. It's slow, it's boring, it's monotonous, it is repetitive, all those weird words that people don't like. But here's the thing. If you don't have 10 or 15 minutes every single day to worry about your personal finances, well, you really shouldn't be here then. You're basically wasting your time. Okay, I spend 10 to 15 minutes every day with my personal finances. It gets me 1% a week. But here's another thing. I like these little things here and there. Okay, this is one of my web pages. Okay, go all the way to the top. Account number 1 has $168,000 in it. 1% of $168,000 is $1,700 a week. If I'm spending 10 to 20 minutes every day on this one account, okay, that's $1,700 for the week. That's 1 hour of work per week to make $1,700. Now, you're not going to get there. I have no idea what your account looks like. You may be just starting with 10 or 15,000. You may start with 5,000. You may have 300,000. I don't know. We are all different. But 1% is 1%. So if you take a look at your account, 168, 1% a week is a little over 50% per year. 50% per year on 168, that is 80 something thousand a year. Something like that. Okay, I can live comfortably off that. Okay, but you may or may not get there right away. It may take you a while, but that's the goal. The goal is simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week, less than 10 minutes. Anytime you ever hear one of my videos, hey, this is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader. Now, if you do a little bit of research on the 10-Minute Trader, you'll find that it is my 9-year-old daughter. I'm going to show you a picture. Not a picture, a video. Okay, let's go to videos. That's my YouTube website. You can see this 769 videos. Let's go to the oldest. Just to let you know that I've been around for a while. Hey, here's JC Lynn.
Hi, I'm JC, and you being part of my internet website called Thingy, which my dad doesn't like me calling it that, but I do. Being part of that, you're going to be getting weekly lists of stocks that I'll be trading, and every month you'll be getting 4 lists of stocks that you can choose.
That's me, 12, 13 years ago. Look at all the hair I had.
What does that mean? That means every single day you can buy a different stock. Every single day there is a different company paying out dividends. Seriously.
It always makes me laugh every time I see that. Now, I had to make it fun. I had to make it exciting. How else you keep a 9-year-old's attention? So we actually had a lot of fun doing it. Let's keep going. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? What are we doing? All right. So hopefully that answers your question. What happens to a stock when it goes down? Well, if you think a stock is not going to go down, don't buy it. And if you think every stock you buy is going to go down, well, you're delusional. Stocks go up, stocks go down. That's all they do. I've never, ever, ever seen a stock that went straight up and never had a down day. Never seen one. And I've been doing this for 20 years. All right, Johnson & Johnson gives dividends. Yes, you're absolutely right. It does, but the numbers don't work. Okay, so Sean, I told you we're going to take a look at SCHD, and I'm going to tell you why I don't like SCHD. Even though it's not a stock, it is an electronically traded fund. Now, don't give me that bullshit about it's an exchange-traded fund. The exchanges are all electronic. You're giving your money to a computer, and a computer's doing it for you. So just don't want to hear it. All right, SCHD. Now, remember what I told you? I don't do monthly optionable stocks. SCHD is a monthly optionable entity. Whatever you want to call it, it's still monthly, which means I can only do it once a month. Now, I didn't go to college. I freely admit that. I'm not as educated as some of you, but I do know 52 is a hell of a lot better than 12. So if I'm getting on average 1, 2, 3% per option trade, why would I only want to do 12? Don't you think 52 is better? Because at 1% per month, that's 12% a year. 1% per week, well, that's 52% per year. 2% per month is 24% per year. Now, that's pretty damn good. Not very many people get 24% per year. But here's the thing. 2% per week is 100% per year. Now, ask yourself, do I want 12 to 24? Or do I want 50 to 100? Okay, we all know the answer to that. The numbers for the monthlies just don't work for me. If they work for you, more power to you. Great, fine, dandy. But this is what I do. Okay, I'm not changing what I do to fit your beliefs. Okay, this works for me. I've been using it for about 15 years. You don't believe me? You can go back to, where is it? Right here, my splash page. Now, here you will see all these here. These are my current trades for this year. All the way down at the bottom, I started this little, what do you want to call it, educational stuff, back August 31st, 2011. Okay? Now, this website doesn't exist anymore, but I still have all these pages with all the entries. Okay? Week 26, July 6th, 2013. There was a huge drop in the last few weeks. We took a break from trading and waited for the dust to settle. We didn't take any losses, as this year we're looking for no losses, which we didn't have any losses in that year. We have dropped down to only 20% returns so far at halfway point. So at July, we're already at 20% in July 2013. Okay, but our monthly average, our weekly average has dropped below 1%. It is what it is. But our monthly average has been 3.3. Okay. I don't remember exactly what we did for the whole year. Some of them are under here. Okay, November 2011, November 2011. Oh, look at that one. Our year-to-date return has dropped down to 22% or 1.8% per week. Oh, boo-hoo. I was only getting 1.8% per week back in 2011. All right, anyway, besides that, so I'm just showing you two because I have been doing it for a while. Okay, yeah, the website's not available anymore, but I still have all the pages saved somewhere. Let's go back to questions and see what you guys want to take a look at. So, Sean, SCHD does not fit. However, Sean, SCHD is an ETF, which means it has a bunch of stocks in it. So guess what I did? I went in and I took, oh, wrong account. Okay, let's go to this account. Because this account has more information in it. Here we go. Okay, right here. This is all my personal lists, because I have lists of Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. I have a list of companies that are over 100 years old. I have a list of companies specifically for calendar spreads. Don't ask, I don't teach it here. The only strategy I teach here for free is dividend capturing 2.0, and that's buying a dividend stock with the intention of doing a covered call for 1% per week. Okay, here, ETF holdings list. I went into all the top ETFs and I extracted all the stocks that they have. Okay, now here's the list of the stocks and when they pay their dividends. So let's take a look. Look, there's Walmart, Dollar Tree, Seagate, Pepsi, Bank of America, Kimberly-Clark, QCOM, Key Bank, Goldman Sachs, Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Hess, Merck, Altria, Philip Morris, American Express, so on and so forth, all those other companies. So I went into all the big ETFs rather than investing in an ETF, which their offerings are horrible, in my humble opinion, okay? And I extracted the stocks out of them, and I'm doing the stocks separately. Okay, so let's keep going. Eddie, we already looked at Johnson & Johnson. As much as I like it, we still have to wait for the new bottom for Johnson & Johnson. Okay, see where Johnson & Johnson is at the moment? it's at the bottom of the year. Okay, it's an awesome time to be. However, I don't jump in when it hits the bottom. I wait for the bottom, wait for it to turn around and go back up, because that's what they do. Did right here, look, down, turned around, went back up. Well, down, when it turns around, goes back up, that's when I want to take a look at it. That's when I want to jump in. Dave, let's go. Ooh, Sean, you want to take a look at Coca-Cola? Well, Coca-Cola, let's take a gander. KO, Coca-Cola. All right. First thing I always want to look at before I look at anything else is the 1 year chart. One whole year. I'm looking for 5 things on the 1 year chart. Number 1, the high. Number 2, the low. Number 3, where was it a year ago? Number 4, where is it now? And number 5, you take your little finger and you go like this. Up, sideways, down. Up, sideways, up, down, sideways. Okay, that's just the where is it moving. Okay, sideways, up, down, sideways. We're currently at 62.55. Okay, if I can buy it in the 62.50 area, the closest strike price is going to be either the 62, which is in the money, or the 63, which is out of the money. Okay, the 63 is selling for 26 cents. The 62 is selling for 72 cents. But if I try to do the 62, I'm losing 58 cents. So I got to take that 58 cents out of the equation somewhere, and we take it out of the 72. By the time you take it out of the 72, the numbers just don't work. So as much as I like Coca-Cola, I'm not going to do it because the numbers just don't work. Okay. Da, 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 da. Will Stitch. Will somebody write this down? It's written down somewhere. Well, Will, okay, just to let you know, Will, this here, what you're seeing on this screen right now, is being recorded on YouTube. Hold on, let me show you really quick. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, this is all my social media, YouTube all the way over here. Once you get to YouTube, okay, 2 live broadcast, 1, 2. This one here is just the screen. This one is me standing in front of the screen. Okay, if you go to the lives, okay, this is every single live show I've done all year long since the beginning of January. You got 2 of them. You know, me standing in front of the camera and me just the screen. Okay, see me standing in front of the camera. Ah, crap, I got a bald spot showing. That's horrible. Or
2%.
Well, that's the one we just looked at. Okay, so that being said, let's get out of there. 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 Let's go back to where we were. Okay, so if you have a question, it is all written down. Dave, how do you find those stocks? Simple. Go to Google search, Dividend Kings List 2024, hit the search button. You'll get a whole bunch of companies willing to give you the list of the Dividend Kings. Same thing with the aristocrats, the champions, the contenders, and for the fun of it, let's throw in Warren Buffett's list. Warren Buffett's list 2024. Okay, so Eddie, we looked at Johnson & Johnson. I do like the company. Looking for the bottom. It's not quite there. Vincent, I'm up $1,800 on Dogecoin. Cool beans. I don't do crypto. Becca, back again. How are you today? All right. I gotta go back to these questions. Please. How do I find them? Enron, happy 4th quarter, my friend, and happy holidays. Cool beans. All right. Laughing Jay, which is better, Verizon on AT&T? I need dividends. Okay, let's take a look. AT&T or Verizon? So it's not instant or minute stock. No, Dave, I do after hour, what we call it? Wait a minute. There's a name for it. end of day data. Okay, I do not sit in front of my computer. You may think that I'm standing here in front of this showing you all this stuff, that I may sit in front of my computer and do my trading. No, 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 no. I'm off for 5 or 10 minutes. That's it. My main interest is, where did the stock open up? What is the value of the option? We're going to get to that in a little bit, and you'll see what I mean. Like, as soon as the market opens, these numbers are all going to change. Okay, but the math problem is still the same. What am I buying it for? What's the closest strike price? What is the closest strike price selling for? And is that 1% or more? Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so Jay wants to take a look at Verizon or AT&T to see which one's better. Now, AT&T, we already looked at it briefly. Okay, here it is. Here's the high of the year. Here's the low of the year. This is where it was. This is where it is. Look at the movement. Sideways, down, up, down, and currently we're at 22.73. So the closest strike price to 22.73 is going to be the 22.50 or the 23. Well, the 23 is selling for 7 cents. That's a no. Yeah, that's a hell no. Okay. The 22.50 is selling for 26 cents. But I'm losing 23 right off the top. That's going to be a no also. 842024, how are you today? How you doing, buddy? All right, welcome to the show. All right, Verizon, VZ, Verizon. Okay, now Verizon's looking for a new bottom. Look at that. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at the movement. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. What's happening here? $40.30. The 40.50 is the closest one. 8 cents to 35 cents. Yeah, no, thank you. So unfortunately, Jay, neither one of them actually make it this week. Sorry, I missed it. But if Oracle or Comcast for tomorrow. KG, how are you today? Oracle, let's take a look. ORCL. 169 to 170. There you go. There you go. Look at that. You guys are probably wondering, are we ever going to find a stock that has more than 1%? Oracle. But here you go. Question. Okay, the number one question you should be asking yourself is, does it make sense? That's the number one question. Well, here we go. Let's take a look. The 1-year chart, the high of the year, almost 200. The low of the year, right around at 100. Look at that. Almost 100% increase. Now, let's actually find the exact numbers. A year ago, we were at 106. The bottom of the year was at the beginning of January, 101.74. Look at the movement. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Well, the high of the year, right here, was 198. So it goes from 102 to 198 in less than a year. Flock Queen, are premiums lower on holiday weekends? Holiday weeks? Not necessarily so. Okay, now a premium is basically a stock option price. They have what is called, you might want to look it up, be educational. Okay, Black-Scholes standardized pricing method for standardized options. It's a huge mathematical problem. The easiest way to look at it, what is the stock price? If the stock price is 169, see it right here? Where's that cursor? Right there. 169.66. Easiest way to figure out if it's 1%, you take the decimal point and just move it up 2 places. So $169, 1% is $1.69. It's 169. 169 or 169. Same thing, 1%. Okay, what is it? Well, the 170 is going to be the closest. 178 to 228. That is over 1%. I like Oracle. Look at where the bottom is. Okay, the bottom is right here. 3 days ago. Remember I told you I like 2 days to the upside? Well, Wednesday was the 30-day bottom. Thursday was higher and Friday was higher. So Oracle is ripe for the picking. Let's check out all the numbers and see what it looks like. Last 30 days. Okay, here's the last 30 days. Now, when you're looking at the 30-day chart, Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at the movement. Down, up, down, up. Well, it's starting to go up because you can only have one 30-day high and one 30-day bottom. Now, take a look at the high on the 30 days. Okay, it hit a high at 198.31. Now, it bottomed out at 165. So from 165 to 138, well, that's almost 30 bucks. 30 bucks on a $200 stock. That's 15%. It's a 15% drop in price. So do you think there are people like me? Well, let's call them vultures. That's what we're doing. We're looking for low-hanging fruit. We're looking for stock that drops, bounces, and starts going back up again. Because after a 15% drop, well, you think to yourself, is Oracle a good company? Do I picture myself owning it? If I buy it tomorrow at 170, well, the 170 is going from 178 to 228. What is it going to open up at? We don't really know. Okay, but if it opens up close to the close on Friday, the close on Friday was 169.66. So it should hypothetically open up around 170. And if she does, the 170 is going for 178. That's over 1%. So remember I told you we were going to do a practice one? Well, let's do one. Let's see how it's done. All right, let's get rid of this. Now, I'm going to change it where it says single right here. I'm going to change it to where it says covered call or covered stock. What does that mean? That means I am buying the stock and then I'm selling somebody the right to buy it from me for almost the exact same price I paid for it. Well, look, what's the price? Well, $169.93. Well, the closest strike price to $169.93 is going to be the 170. And the 170, let's see what's going to get out of it. We hit the 170 right here, okay? Buying that right there. Now, I only want to do one contract, so you know what one contract goes for. But I have my order preset to 10, because I like buying 10 contracts, which means it's 1,000 shares, but I don't want to scare you off with the big numbers. Pepsi Cola is in a 52-week low. Should I buy? We're going to do Pepsi Cola next. Just sit tight. Joe, how are you doing? Dude, I have been scrolling shorts and have seen you doing this for weeks. Keep up the good work. Joe Schmo. Cool name, dude. Thanks. All right, so let's take a look at the numbers and see exactly what it sounds like and what it looks like. All right, I'm going to confirm and send. Here's what the order should sound like. Now, I always tell people to say it out loud because you will find you'll lose most of your money by hitting the wrong button. Buying instead of selling, selling instead of buying. Okay, so let's check it out. Buy one covered call of Oracle 100s. That is a weekly. Let me explain. 27 December 24. That means this option is going to expire this Friday. The 170 call against Oracle stock at the open, should be at the market to open. Now, there's a few more things. Number one, the order. Okay, I want to buy the stock, and then I want to sell the option against it. So if I'm buying the stock at 169.93, I'm selling somebody the right to buy it from me at 170. So if I'm buying it at 169.93 and I'm selling it for 170, it's almost the exact same price. And look at the premium I'm collecting. $210 per contract. What does that mean? Now remember when I say simple, safe, predictable, and consistent? Well, predictable, I already know what I'm buying. I already know what my profit's going to be before I do it. So there's a bunch of questions you need to ask yourself. And the number one question, okay, is does it make sense? That's the number one question. Does it make sense? Because if it doesn't make sense, don't do it. Never do something you're not sure with. If you don't like the company, don't buy it. If you don't know what the company does, don't buy it. This is your money we're talking about. Nobody has more interest in your money than you. Ooh, you. Okay, anyway. All right, first thing I want to say. after we take a look at the order. Underneath is the break even. What does that mean? The break even. Anything over 167.90 is going to be a profit. So if this thing ends up on Friday afternoon, because remember, whoever bought the option can do whatever they want right up until 3:59 p.m. Friday afternoon, because the option expires. Okay, if it goes above, great. They buy it from me. I get all my money back, and I get the extra 210 bucks. If they don't buy it, if the stock is below, covered calls as you own 100 shares. Yes, Joe. Where was I? Oh, if it's below the 170, I will continue to keep the stock, and then I will do the covered call again next week. Okay, now every once in a while, that is going to happen. But for the most part, I want to buy, and I want to be out by Friday afternoon. Okay? Ocala, we're going to take a look at ConocoPhillips in a minute, but hold on. So, maximum profit right there, $210 per contract. Well, it probably means nothing at the moment, but let's take out the calculator, do a little bit of creative math, and figure out what it means. Okay, so if our profit is 210 bucks per contract, one contract, 210. Two contracts, 420. Three contracts, 630, so on and so forth. You can do the math. It's really not that difficult. So if $210 is my profit, what do I have to invest in order to get that 200? Well, divided by, right here, the cost of the trade, including the commission, $16,790. And that comes to a grand total of 1.25%. That's 1.25% for 1 week. Okay, remember I told you I'm looking for a 1% trade? Well, this one is 1.25. The questions you need to ask yourself, number one, does it make sense? Do I like Oracle? Do I like Oracle at this price? Do I think I can own Oracle for the rest of my life and not feel bad about it? That's an important one, because what's going to happen to the stock? It's going to go up, it's going to go down. It may go down and then it might go up. But the thing is, Oracle consistently increases their dividends, and they are consistently profitable. SCHMD, no. Okay, certain companies just not consistently profitable. Certain companies are. Your money, you figure out where you want to put it. Me, I want to put my money in a simple, safe, predictable, consistent situation where I'm getting 1% every single week. Okay, so KG, that was Oracle. Well, let's go on to the next one, which would be Comcast. Now, usually, I don't do Comcast until the beginning of the quarter. Okay, we are in the tail end of the fourth quarter. I believe we're in week number 51. Because the next week is week 52. Joe Schmo, okay, I have a question. If the price of the covered call goes negative, but still doesn't hit the strike price, do you collect the premium and forget about the negative option price? Okay, Joe, that is an interesting question. I like the way you put it. Give me 1 second while I get this thing reset up. Now, let me go it very slowly. If the price of the covered call option goes negative, I'm not quite sure what you mean by negative, because at this moment in time, as we are looking at the numbers, okay, 170 is $1.78. Okay, you can't sell a negative number, because then you're buying, that doesn't make sense. Okay, if you're talking about does the stock price go down, does the option price go down? Yeah, they do. But when you buy a stock, you sell the covered call. You basically, all right, look at it this way. Let's say hypothetically you have an old car sitting in the side of the yard. Let's say it's a 1982 Camaro, all right? 1982 Camaro sitting in your side yard. You say, hey, let's get rid of this damn thing. You already paid for it. You already own it. Same thing with the stocks. You buy it, you own it, you can do what you want. Okay, so let's say you take the car, push it out to the front lawn because it doesn't drive, slap for sale sign at $1,000. Great. Steve down the street says, hey, I like your car. Let me give you a down payment. Hold on, not down payment, but let me give you an option to buy it. Okay, let me give you $100. Hold it for me until Friday. If I come back on Friday, I will give you the $1,000. However, you keep the $100 right now just for you to take it off the market. Okay? If he comes back by Friday, he gives you the $1,000 for the car. He takes the car away. You get your $1,000 back, and you get that $100 that he gave you to hold it and not to sell it to someone else. Second idea. Okay? Steve never shows up. You keep the $100. On Monday, you sell it to someone else. Same thing. You still want $1,000 for it. So Peter, three doors down. Hey, I like your car. Let me give you $100. Hold it for me until Friday. If he comes back on Friday, he'll give you the $1,000. You get your money back. But you got $100 from him, and you got $100 from Steve. You can do it every single week until you sell that car for $1,000. Same thing. You buy a stock. Whatever you buy the stock at, that's going to be the price you're entering. Okay, that car that you have sitting up there, you have a price that you paid for it. Same thing. You buy a stock, you own it, you can do what you want. The covered call is basically selling it to someone at a certain price by a certain date. In this situation, we're looking at the 170, and the expiration is this Friday, the 27th of December. If we don't like that, well, we can go to the 3rd of January, which is 2 Fridays away. And the 3rd of January, it's going for $2.86 per share. Okay, this Friday, $2.86 per share. Wait a second, that's 3 Friday. Okay, this Friday, $1.78 per share. Next Friday, $2.86 per share. 3 Fridays away, $4.80 per share. It's simple math. What am I buying it for? $169.93. What am I selling it for? $170. What am I collecting? Well, this week I'm collecting $178. Next week it would be $286. 3 weeks from now would be $480. Just do the creative math. What am I taking in? What is it costing me? What is the rate of return? I'm looking for 1% per week. Okay, great, fine. Let's take a look at Comcast. Joe, I hope that answered the question for you. Did we have any other questions? Yeah, because blah, 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 blah. Going to the red, thank you. This is great. Glad you like it there, Joe. All right, next one. KG wants to take a look at Comcast. Ooh, I like Comcast. But I usually don't buy Comcast until the first week of the quarter. Reason being, Comcast pays the dividend the 4th week of the quarter. So I want to get in 2 weeks before the dividend date. It gives it time for the stock to move up. So I want to put all the odds and probabilities in my favor. The dividend's coming up. The dividend has a tendency to make the stock price go up in value. Well, great. I only want 1%. I want to jump in, sell it to someone for the exact same price I paid for it. So I'm not looking to get a lot. I'm not looking for any stock appreciation. I'm looking for the premium. And the premium is usually more than 1%. So let's take a look. Comcast. The high of the year, way back here in February at 47. The bottom of the year, back here in the end of April, and that was 36.5. Okay, down, up, down. What's happening right here? Well, currently we're at 38.41. The 38 is going for 0. Can't really tell. The 38.50 is going for 20. Oh, that sucks. So we're going to say no to Comcast. I usually don't, like I said, I usually don't do Comcast until the 1st or 2nd week of the quarter. It just so happens the 1st or 2nd week of the quarter is in 2 weeks. Because we're in week 51 now. Week 51 of the 4th quarter of 2024. The first week of the quarter for 2025 is in 2 weeks. That's what I'm looking for. That's when I'll be looking at Comcast, not this week. Okay, that makes sense, KG? All right, let's keep on keeping. Ocala wants to take a look at ConocoPhillips, COP. Let's take a look. COP. Now, ConocoPhillips, you're going to find is in the exact same position as all the oil stocks. Okay, ConocoPhillips, looking for a new bottom. ExxonMobil, looking for a new bottom. Occidental Petroleum, OXY, looking for a new bottom. Wait a second. That was a new bottom. Right? Let's zoom into that one. Ooh, check a look at that. Thursday's the bottom. Friday was higher. Cool. Okay, Buffett just bought more Occidental Petroleum. Cool beans. It's on my list and it's on Warren Buffett's list. All right. But most of the oil stocks are dropping. Okay, maybe, just maybe, Occidental Petroleum's moving up because Warren Buffett bought it. But let's take a look at Occidental Petroleum, considering we have it up there. And what's that one? ConocoPhillips is going to be a no. You're loud, not right. Interesting. You want to take a look at Lucid? Well, give me a minute. We'll take a look. General Motors, Ford, and Verizon. Okay, we already looked at Verizon. Verizon is looking for a new bottom. We're going to hopefully hold on that one. We'll take a look at General Motors and Ford in a bit. But Karkaroff, okay, I haven't forgotten you. We are going to look at Pepsi. As soon as I'm done with Occidental Petroleum, we'll look at Pepsi. Sit tight. Thanks. All right, give me a second. All right. Occidental Petroleum. The high of the year looks like it's 71. The bottom of the year looks like it's 45. A year ago, 62, drops down to 56, shoots up to 71, drops all the way down to here, but it doesn't drop. Take a look. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for a good company. Now, I look twice a day. Once in the morning because I do have a private paid subscription morning trading group. Okay, we trade every single morning. Okay, and then at night I'm here with you guys. So I look at my accounts twice a day. Now I don't sit in front of the computer. I probably could make more money sitting in front of the computer, but that's not my objective. My objective is a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week, 10, 15 minutes a day. That's all I want to do. I have other things I want to do. I want to play in my garden. I want to watch my grandson grow. I want to hang out with my kids. All right. Anyway, let's keep on going. Occidental Petroleum. Let's keep looking. The last 90 days. Okay. Remember I told you I'm looking for 5 things every time I look at a chart? Number 1, the high, the low. Where was it? Where is it? What's the direction? Up, down, sideways, down, up. It's currently at the bottom, going back up again. I'm looking for 2 days. We have one already. Let's zoom in a little closer so we look at the last 30 days. There's another reason why I'm looking at the 90-day time frame. I'm looking for certain patterns. It went up, it came down. It went up, it came down. How much time was it? You don't need to really dissect it. I mean, it's not that difficult. Up, down, sideways, down. Now she's going up again. Don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. You don't need to be exact. You don't need to have it down to the exact penny. Just a rough idea. Am I making my 1% or not? Okay, great. I'm making 1.2. Oh, fine. I'm making 1.4. As long as it's 1% or more, I'm okay. The Monger. I just want to retire at 65. Not a problem. Okay? Find a strategy that works for you. Make sure you actually understand it. That's my biggest concern. Does it make sense? Okay, so Occidental Petroleum, we are going to keep our eye on it throughout the week because we're looking for one more day to the upside. What's the last 30 days tell us? 22nd, here we go. Here's your 30-day high. Here's your 30-day bottom. What usually happens, look at this, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's going back up again. This could be the bottom. The high was 52. The bottom is 45. That is $7. $7 on a $52 stock, that's about 12 or 13%. A 12 or 13% drop, that's got to be at least good for a 2 or 3% uptick, okay, to the upside. That's what I'm looking for. If I buy it, 47.85, well, the 48's going for 23 to 31, doesn't quite make it. Next week, 50 to 67, not really. But I'm looking for 2 days to the upside. Means I'm waiting tomorrow or Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay? So KG, want to take a look at, wait a minute. I told Karkaroff we're going to look at Pepsi Cola. So let's take a look at it. Pepsi Cola. We already looked at Coca-Cola, so we might as well look at Pepsi-Cola. Looking for the new bottom, dude. Check it out. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at the movement. Up, down. It's right now at the bottom of the year. I don't want to buy at the bottom of the year. I want it to bounce and then go back up again. That's what I'm looking for. Now, I do like Pepsi-Cola. Look at the numbers. I can buy it at 153.48. Okay, it has no 154. The 152.50, no. The 155, no. It all depends. Do you really like the company? Are you okay with less than 1%? Because even 0.5% per week is 26% per year. Okay? If you like Pepsi-Cola. Okay, the number's just not looking right because we haven't found the bottom yet. Okay, she's dropping. I'm waiting for it to hit bottom, turn around, go back up again. Because that's what it does. Bottom, turn around, go back up. Bottom, turn around, go back up. Bottom, turn around, go back up. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, KG, General Motors. Okay. Interesting. Let's go back and take a look. 53. Wow. Why are all the premiums lately horrible? High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the movement. Up, sideways, up, down. Right there, we're looking for a new bottom yet again. Okay? It looks like Wednesday was the bottom. Looks like she could be bouncing. The last 3 weeks. Here we go. So, 4 weeks ago, 30 days ago, we opened up at 56. Shot up to 61. We dropped down. There's your bottom on Wednesday. Thursday was higher. Friday was higher. So there's your bottom right there, bouncing up. Unfortunately, the numbers just aren't working for me. 52.57, which means the 53, 27 cents, that's 0.5%. 0.5% is 26% per year, if you're okay with that. I'm not okay with 26%. I want 50%, so I'm going to keep looking. Ford. Ford was my number one stock last year. This year, it's Macy's. Weird. Is that my imagination, or does that look like almost the exact same thing? Wednesday being the bottom, Thursday being higher, and Friday being higher. This is Ford. Look at General Motors. Okay, watch. Right here. Keep your eye right there. Okay, the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Looks almost the exact same. Ford, General Motors. Let's go back to Ford. All right. Ford is currently at $9.92. The 10 is going for 7 cents to 8 cents. Not quite 1%. Okay, V Chen, how are you today? Have I seen Intel? Let's take a look at Intel. INTC. Okay, Intel. Now, I do have some Intel, just to let you know. I do. Okay, we're at the 30-day bottom for Intel. Okay, 30-day bottom Friday. What happens Monday? Well, we're going to have to see. At this moment in time, Intel is going for 1976. Well, the closest strike price is going to be the 20. The 20 is going for 21. That is over 1%. Okay, we're looking for stuff over 1%. Well, Intel is over 1%, but we haven't found the bottom yet. If you like it, let's run through one, just for the fun of it. But understand that I wouldn't do it at this current price because I'm looking for the bottom. I'm not looking for, close to the bottom. But just give you an idea of how to do it. One contract at the market, because I want it filled instantaneously. Here's what it sounds like. Buy one covered call Intel 100s. That's the weeklies. 27 December 24. That is this coming Friday. So if I buy the stock, sell somebody the rights to buy it from me at almost the exact same price, I'll be making $50.50 per contract. Well, before you say, wait a second, hold on, what does that come to? clear. $50.50 is the profit divided by the cost of the trade plus commission, $1,950. Okay, and that's going to come to a grand total of 2.5%. Well, I like 2.5%. Okay, what is 2.5% every single week? Multiply it by 52 because there's 52 weeks in the year. John Corey, thank you for that. That's 134% for the year if you get 2.5% every week. Can you get 2.5% per week? There's a good possibility you could. If you want to take a look at the trades that I did this year, let's go down right to here. What did I get there? Oh, wait a second. What do we have? Lowe's, American Eagle Outfitters, Bitto, Wynn Resorts, Marathon, MPW, Bitto, AEO, Bitto. All right, so this week it was 4.7. This account, this week over here, this account, Macy's, Marathon, Wynn Resorts, Intel. Isn't that weird? Intel? 1.2%. Okay, just take a look. These are all the trades that I've done. Okay, Lowe's, Paramount, Wynn, Gap, Kohl's, Marathon, MPW, Bitto, and AEO. That was 8.57. Holy shit, that's a nice one. But look at this. Okay, 0.71. Not even 1%. Not even 0.75%. Intel, Marathon, Wynn, Kohl's, MPW. Okay, I don't make 1% every week. I say I average 1% every week. So let's take a look at the numbers quickly. 0.71, not 1%. 1.24, 2.61, 1.19, 1.19, 1.2, 1.5, 1.2, 0.9, 3.9, so on and so forth. All the numbers are there if you want to take a look at them. Let's get back to where we were. All right. Delete. Let's get back to the way we were. Scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind. Flash Frozen, how you doing? Monger, you want to retire by 65? It's possible, but Monger, I have no idea where you are. Okay, I have no idea where you are. I have no idea what you have in mind, what your risk factor is, what your knowledge base is, how much time you have to devote to this. There's a lot of unanswered questions. So that's why I tell everybody, if you want to talk to me, send me a number, I'll give you a call. Dave, because you have supporting data to know when they're going to fluctuate. Not necessarily so, David, because all this information is historical information. This is Friday, that's Thursday, Wednesday. This is already past this time frame. I have no information on what's coming up. It's all just a guess. Well, my guess is, well, she was here. Now she's down here. What usually happens? Usually, okay, a stock will drop until it gets to a point where she stops, turns around, goes back up. Because that's what stocks do. They go up, they go down, they go up, they go down. That's all they do. They do not come to your house and rake the leaves. They don't take out the trash. They don't wash the dishes. They don't make the beds and fold the nice tight little hospital corners, put little candies on the pills. No. They go up, they go down. They go up, they go down. That's it. The idea is find a good company that you like. Get intimate with it. Get to know what it normally does. There's 4 quarters in the year. Each company will pay a dividend once every 90 days. So just before the dividend, the stock has a tendency to increase in value. So by using a calendar, okay, it tells me when the stock's going to move. Usually. Is it right all the time? No. The only certainties we have in life is death and taxes. That's about it. But I want the odds and probabilities in my favor. If a stock usually moves up before the dividend date, because a lot of people want to collect that dividend, because it's kind of like free money, right? So if the stock has a tendency to go up just before the dividend date, I'll buy it 2 weeks before the dividend date sell a covered call. I mean, buy it, let somebody buy it from me for the exact same price I just paid for it, and then I'll collect that 1% premium. That's what I'm looking for. All right, let's keep on going. KG, another reason dividend stocks make sense is if you have to hold, you get calls and dividends. Absolutely right. Dave, I need help getting started. Dave, drop me your number. I'll give you a buzz. Simple. V Chen, can look at DX. What the heck is DX? Usually, okay, V Chen, when I say what the heck is this, it usually means it's going to be a no, and it is. Okay, I don't know who they are. I don't know what they do, and the reason why I don't know is because the numbers just don't work. I don't do monthly optionable stocks. The numbers don't work. Concerned citizen. How's the hedge fund? I'm still looking for 13, hold on, board members. I've got 4 that given verbal commitment so far, okay? But I want 13 altogether because I don't want to be the only one. Dollar General, Nick, give me a second. DG, Dollar General. Interesting, we'll take a look at it, hold on. So what I'm saying, I'm looking for like-minded people that have the same goal in mind. Simplicity, safety, predictability, and consistency. That's what I'm looking for. And I'm here every night looking. Needle in a haystack. I've got about 4 give me verbal commitments. I'm not 100% sure if everybody's, totally committed. So I figured it might take me another 6 months to find all 13. And then we'll get things rolling. But there's a lot of people in the audience that would have no problem whatsoever investing in a company that can guarantee 20% per year. Like, when have you ever gotten a guaranteed 20% per year? That's what I'm looking for. To guarantee people a 20% per year. And then we'll decide on the dividends. Okay. That's a wig. That's a wig. It's not a freaking wig. What the hell's the matter with you? But okay. Glad you like it. How did the hedge funds meeting go? Very well. I got 1 firm commitment. The other one, not 100% sure. But we'll see. I'm looking to learn from you. Okay, Jay Will, I'm here every night until the beginning of the year. And then I'm going to change the schedule because I had a moment of enlightenment while I was in Vegas. Okay, you want to hear it? Here it is. Okay, I'm here on the East Coast. I go live every night at 9 p.m. and I stay until about 11:30. So here's the thing. When I was in Vegas, I went on at 9, okay? It just so happens to be midnight here. But 9 o'clock in Vegas time, I have a whole world of people that aren't online at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, but are online 9 o'clock Western Standard Time. So I think next year I might do a 2-hour show at 9 Eastern, a 2-hour show at 9 Central, 2-hour show 9 Pacific. Okay, not every day. I'm taking 2 days off. All right. So this year, 2024, I've missed 4 days. 5 days. 1 day I was sick as a dog, just wasn't happening. Second day, I had to take someone to the emergency room. I lost 3 days because of the hurricane. If you guys don't know, I'm in St. Petersburg. Okay, the hurricane came right over St. Petersburg. We lost water and electricity and cable for 3 days. No water, no electric, no cable, no internet for 3 days. Didn't bother me a bit. Okay, reason being, I was a Gen Xer. You can throw us in the woods and we'll be fine. Just leave us alone. We'll be okay. I can't say that about everyone, but me, it was kind of like camping. It was kind of fun. What do I think about NVO? PJM. Nick, look at Dillard's. I dare you. You got to give me the ticker symbol because Dillard's, I don't trade that one, so I don't know. All right. NVO. What the heck is NVO? Novo Nordisk DDS. Oh, look at this. NVO. Okay, DDS. We'll take a look at that one. DDS. I don't have my book to write it down. I haven't even unpacked it from my Vegas trip. All right. You dare me to look at Dillard's. No options. No, thank you. That was quick. Thank you. Dillard's. No. No options. No, thank you. No dividends. No, thank you. No weeklies. No, thank you. Okay, so let's go back to NVO. NVO. Now, I don't really know who NVO is. Is your membership similar to trade? I have no idea what that is. To trade copying. To a trade copying? John, I have no idea what that means. Could you explain that a little bit more? I don't know what trade copying is. I mean, are you copying my trades? I don't know what that means. What I do in my live training group, okay, I have 3 accounts that I share, okay, all this exact same strategy. Well, no. 2 of them are this strategy. 1 of them is, shoot for the moon, all kinds of weird strategies, because people want to know different strategies. Okay, great. I do those 3. The conversation's open to everyone. You actually get to see every single trade I made. So all these, what do you call it? All these accounts right here. Well, the first half of the year was only 2 accounts. Yep, copy your trade. Yeah, you can if you want. I don't tell people to. I just say this is what I'm doing. Okay, if you want to do the same thing, fine. Okay, so the first half of the year, it was just 2 accounts, and then in July we picked up a 3rd one. Okay. So I show you each and every trade that I do. You actually look over my shoulder as I'm trading. Okay, and then we take a look at all the current stocks that have dividends coming up, because that's what I do. I look at companies that have dividends coming up because the stock has a tendency to go up in value. When it goes up in value, if everything looks great, I'll jump in and do it. If you decide to do the same thing, that's up to you. I hope you got your sushi last night. No, sweetie swag, I didn't, because I went until, what did I do? Because I was doing my show late at night. I don't know if you guys were there. Sweetie was there. She came and said hi. So my son came in and he was joining me last night. How much are your memberships? Take a look over your shoulders. It's 3 different levels. Okay, you want personal level. If you actually want to talk to me and actually have me one-on-one, it's right on Patreon. It's not that difficult. Where am I? I was doing something. I forgot. Squirrel. I get sidetracked easily. NVO. Let's take a look at NVO. Okay, now, I don't know who NVO is, and there's probably a reason for that. They have weekly options. Here's the chart. Here's the high. Here's the, holy shit. It went from 105 down to 85. That's a $20 drop. That's an almost 20% drop. Nova Nordisk. I'm going to go to Yahoo Finance to find out why is it I don't know who NVO is. NVO. And they do have dividends. Holy shit. Okay. Right, their dividends go back to 97. That's probably why. Is ozometic? I have no idea what that means. Okay, this is why I don't know. Okay, look at the dividends. 97, 1 penny. 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2000. They pay once a year. That's it, once a year. But look at the dividends. 1 cent, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. It's a drug that makes you lose weight. Cool. 9, 10, 14, 18, 25, 32, 42. Wait a second. 2014, it was 42. 2015, 38. 2016, 42. 2016, 22. So it goes from 48 to 22. That's more than a 50% dividend cut. Then it goes to 33, to 24, That's a 30% dividend cut. So it has a 50% dividend cut, and then a 30% dividend cut, and then another 30. Yeah, no. No, that's probably why I never heard of it. They're not consistently increasing. They're up, down, they're up, down, they're up, down. How do you invest closed-end funds? Okay, using 9092, you have to actually give me a little bit more information on what you mean by that. Okay, Sweetie Swag, I rolled over my US Steel contract on Thursday, and on Friday they canceled. Why would a rollover get canceled? Maybe it didn't fill. I don't know. Did you do it at the money? Did you do it at a market order, or did you do a limit order? If you do a limit order, the market maker doesn't have to fill it. All right, where was I? Okay, so yeah, so I don't know this company because they're not consistently increasing. Simple, right? If the dividends don't consistently increase, it's not on my list. Simple. All right, let's go. Where were we next? All right, Sweetie Swag. KG, how'd the hedge fund meeting go? Went fine. I'm looking to learn from you. Okay, J Will, NVO, got it. J Will, I didn't know how to read any of it. Joe Schmo, they're from Europe too. Oh, that's probably why. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to read any of it. Okay, J Will, I'm not quite sure what you mean by you don't know how to read any of it. It's really not that difficult, because I can get you a third grader saying, where's the high? Right there. Where's the low? Right there. It's not that difficult. You like that, Joe? Up, down. It's not that difficult. Adults have a tendency to make things more difficult than they need to be. I created this strategy for my 9-year-old daughter. When I said, JC, where's the high? Right there. Where's the low? Right there. Where's it going? It's going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's what it's doing. Because that's all stocks do. They go up, they go down. But if you like the company and you're looking at it, and you're looking at it really good, okay, what does that tell you right there? Let's go back a little bit. Right. Okay, what does that tell you? Okay, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Oh, that's a great place to jump into. Here's your bottom. 1 day, 2 days up, gaps up, and keeps on going. Just follow the stock. It's not that difficult. Remember that show back in the 60s? Just follow the bouncing ball. Boom, 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 boom. It's not that difficult. Okay, up, down, up, down. All right, Jay Will, the video you saw her in, which video was it?
Hi, I'm JC, and me as...
No. Here, she's 11. We first started when she was 9 in 08. Okay, this happens to be 12 years ago. Okay, 12 years ago was 2012. So she had been trading for 4 years at this point. There's probably older videos. Oldest, here we go. There's 11 years ago.
Sometimes looks like this. Something going on all the time. Now, caption. Afternoon, my name's James. I'm coming to you from the 10th.
That is horrible. My first videos are absolutely terrible. All right. Let's get out of here. Let's go back to where we were. Okay. Well, no, yeah, no, it's not nice. I looked terrible that long ago. You know, to me, back then, it looked okay. We were using VHS recorders. It's amazing, actually. Well, you know, it is what it is. Didn't know how to read it. Okay. Do you invest in closed-end funds? No, I do dividend stocks only. She's 9. No, she was 11 at that time. Hello, James. Great work. Why, thank you. Ooh, Stack wants to take a look at W. What the heck is WU? I thought that was MU. I like MU. WU, I have no idea. Let's take a look. Woo. WU. Western Union. Unfortunately, Western Union is over 100 years old, but they are a monthly optional stock, and that's going to be a no. Okay, Sean Caring Black. BTC is at 93. What will you advise me to do? Okay, BTC. What the heck is BTC? BTC. Okay, now this is what I'm going to advise you to do. Ask somebody else. Not my expertise. I don't do those kind of things. Okay, Joe Schmo, we looked at Johnson & Johnson already. Okay, Johnson & Johnson is looking for a new bottom. Okay? Friday is a bottom, which means Monday is going to be higher or low, one or the other. That's the bottom right there on Friday. It is the bottom of the year. Our stack, we looked at that. David, with your 170,000 call, how many different companies will you invest in each year? About 5 or 6. That's it. Okay, 5 or 6. I think twice this year, everything got sold. Okay, everything. That means Monday I was 100% cashing in. Most of the time, I just end up. See, right now I have 5 positions: Foot Locker, Harley Davidson, Kohl's, MPW, and Riot. This account here: CVS, Foot Locker, Halliburton, Kohl's, Riley, Walgreens, and U.S. Steel. Okay, my third account, I have to call them in the morning to get access to it. A little weird. Uh-oh, what's happening here? My phone is not charging. Why is it not charging? All right, not charging. Okay. Anyway, get back to where? Okay. Where do you get the seasonality 10-year chart? V Chen. Okay. Let's get out of here. Okay. Here's my chart. Over here on Think or Swim. You come up to the style. Click on style. Down to chart mode. Over to seasonality. Okay, now you can look on Google and do a search. Seasonality chart, seasonality stock chart, and on Google you might be able to find who else offers them. Okay, I remember when they came out, really cool, because it gives you an idea. How does the stock normally move year to year? Now look at this one. Okay, the first quarter, she has a tendency to go down. Second quarter, the first week she goes up. The first couple of weeks she goes up. Then she just stays flat all year long. And then the fourth quarter, slow incline. Usually. Is it guaranteed? No. This is just what has it done over the last 10 years. Why is that important? Well, why does Weight Watchers go up? Where's WW? Hold on. Okay, from the beginning of the year, look at that movement to the upside. The first 2-3 weeks goes up every year. Mickey, Mickey, that's the first thing I'm saying. No offense. Okay, Mickey, whatever you said that would have offended me didn't come up. Sorry. Oh, I missed some questions. Let me go back. That happens every once in a while. Uh-oh. Whoa, I missed a lot of these questions. Okay, got that. Uh-oh. Steve Tucker, give me a second there, Steve. I gotta get to these questions over here on TikTok. I missed a lot of them. All right. What stock is he talking about? Simone is here. Okay, hold on. I'm still. Oh wow, I missed a lot of these questions. Okay, Verizon. Okay. Now, I'm going to apologize now. There's a lot of questions I haven't gotten to yet. I am going to get to every single question. It's going to take a while because I don't want anyone to think that their question is not important. So I read each and every one individually and I answer them one at a time. And it takes me a while to get to all of them. So please, I'm going to apologize for taking a while to get to it. Steve, stopping in tonight to say how glad I am I stumbled across your channel this summer, have learned quite a bit, and I wish you and your family a wonderful holiday. Steve, thank you very much. You guys have a great day wherever in the world you're from. You have fun. All right. Okay, user 18095, whatever. I have a question about a stock sound AI. What do you say about sound for long term? Okay. I don't do long term, okay? My philosophy, it's a little strange if you think about it. I'm not delusional. I do not think that I am going to live forever, okay? I live for the next 2 or 3 weeks. That's it. Long term to me is 30 days, okay? If you want longer than that, you're definitely in the wrong place. I want to be in on Monday. I want to be out on Friday. Am I looking what's happening in June, July, August of next year? Nope. I'm just worrying about what's next week, the week after, and the week after. That's it. Okay? That's about it. In sound, AI, yeah, they're not 20 years old yet. They don't have 20 years of dividends. So no. Stack bundles, AHR, never heard of it. AHR. But I can say no to AHR, and the reason why I'm saying no to AHR, it is a monthly optionable stock. Monthlies do not work for me. Okay, dollar C, isn't that Citigroup? Citigroup, I like Citigroup. I made a lot of money off of Citigroup last year. 69.71. Look at the 70. The 70s go for 29. That's not even a 0.5%, dude. No. Ford, we already looked at Ford. Why so many reds? Reds? Oh, you mean here. Why so many reds? Okay. Honest question, valid question. Green is where I'm buying. Red is where I'm selling. That's it. When I sell, it's red. When I'm buying, it's green. That's it. Okay, I sell covered calls. Okay, that's all. That's it. Red, selling, green, buying. It's not winning, losing. It's selling, buying. That's it. What stock do you sell cash secured puts on the most? Okay, FIAs, I do them, but I don't teach them here. I only teach one trading strategy here. There's a whole bunch of trading strategies I do. However, I'm a nice guy, but I have to draw the line somewhere. I only give away one for free. The one I give away for free is the simplest, easiest, most predictable trading strategy there is. The covered call on a dividend stock. Dividend stocks are safe. Dividend stocks have longevity to them, 20 years or more of increased dividends, which means they've got to be at least 20 years old. None of this newbie crap. Okay, I don't do companies that are 2 or 3 years old. Uh-oh. Missed a bunch of questions. Let's go. Oh, where? Come on. Every time I hit that button, they all disappear. Then I got to go all the way back to the beginning. All right, where was I? All right, not there yet. Not there yet. All right. Okay. Now, somebody wants me to take a look at SoundHound. S-O-U-N. No. Reason being, they are not 20 years old. There's no possible way they're going to have 20 years of increased dividends. Can't see anything, broke your glasses? Dude, I can't help you out. I have no idea what to say. You broke your glasses. All I know is that this is being recorded. So tomorrow when you find another pair of glasses, go to YouTube and you can just watch the replay. Okay, GLW. Hold on. GLW. That's Corning, isn't it? GLW? GLW. Corning. Yeah, I was right. Okay. Corning is on my list. Okay, here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where to look at the movement. up, sideways, up, down, up, down. We're currently at 50.10. Oh, no. Should be at 48. Okay? Oh, 47.50. All right, so the 47.50 is going for 35 to 50. So you can get 1% out of Corning. Now, I know Corning is. I know what they do. They are on my list. The high of the year, 51.13. The bottom of the year, 29.52. A year ago, we're at 30. We shoot up, pull back, shoot up again. Last 90 days. Look at the pattern the last 90 days. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's going up. We have 2 days to the upside. Let's zoom into that and look at the last 30 days to give an idea of where it might be going next week. Because what does that do for us? Well, the questions you should ask is, number one, does it make sense? Do I know who Corning is? Do I want to own Corning? They pay a dividend and they consistently increase. They have weekly options, so I can get a weekly cash flow from it. Now, it may be 1%, it may not be. You may jump in this week and get 1%, 2%. Next week, if you hold it, you may only get 0.5% or 0.75%. So the question is, do I like the company? Am I willing to hold it for as long as it takes to hit my target? Now, don't count on that target as being the be-all, end-all. I like the fact that they consistently increase their dividends. So year after year after year, they are consistently profitable. That's what I'm looking for. Consistency, predictability, and safety. I'm 60. I've been working since 1973. I don't want to have to punch a time clock anymore. Funny story. I was at Home Depot the other day because I'm building a shed for my mother, and it's not really a shed. It's kind of like a workshop, Zen-den, she shed type, art studio type thing. It used to be a shed, but now I get to do it my way. So I'm going a little extravagant, a lot overboard. But anyway, here's the thing. I'm at Home Depot. I'm talking to this guy. He clearly has a lot more gray hair than I do. And I said, you retired? He says, no, I'm not retired. I said, you still work? He says, no, I don't still work. I'm kind of retired, but not really. I said, what do you mean? He says, well, I'm still working. I'm just not getting paid. So I'm thinking about it. I retired saying I'm not going to work anymore, but here I am working at my mother's house, working at my son's house, working on my daughter's car, and working on this, working on that. And I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm working too, and I'm not getting paid. It all depends on how you look at it. You know, some people just go fishing every day when they retire. Me, I like to do certain things because I like to stay busy. I'm not getting paid, but I'm staying busy. Do you share your list with members? KG, yes, I do. KG, aren't you on the list? Aren't you one of the members? Every Sunday, you get a list of the stocks that we are trading this coming week. Because there's only 13 weeks in a year. Okay, we're currently in week number 51. Okay, tomorrow starts week 51, which means we got a week and a half left, and then the year's over. Then we jump into week 1 of 2025. All right, okay, so Corning, 30-day high, 30-day bottom. It was at 50, now she's at 47. 47.50. The 47.50s are going between 35 cents and 50 cents, somewhere in between. So in the morning when the market opens, all these numbers are going to change. You've seen those scenes of the stock market on the movies, how the numbers keep flashing, keep changing, keep flashing, keep changing. Well, right now they're not changing because the market's not open. But when the market is open, yeah, these numbers, they keep changing, they keep flashing. Yeah, so you got to figure out, what am I buying it for? What's the closest strike price? What am I collecting? And then you go back to question number 1. Does it make sense? Question number 2, do I like this company? Question number 3, do I like this company at this price? Question number 4, can I picture myself owning this company long term until it hits my target? Well, what's my target? Well, if I'm buying it at $44.50 and I sell the $44.50s, I want someone to buy it from me for the exact same price. Kind of makes no sense, but it does. Because if I'm collecting more than 1%, just for the premium, it's kind of like, you ever go to a party and your best friend says, hey, I'm making a packy run, anybody want anything? Yep, pick me up a 6 bud, throw a 20, keep the change. Same thing. I'm picking up a stock for my buddy. He's giving me the premium. I'm collecting the premium just to make sure he has it. If it goes up, good for him. If it doesn't go up, well, I'll hold on to it and I'll sell it to him next week. Kind of the same thing. Never buy something you are not okay with holding. All goes under rule number 1. Don't buy something you don't understand. All right. Where do you teach it? I teach it right here. I'm here every single night. The new coming year, I'm going to change the schedule a little bit because I found when I was in Vegas yesterday, because I was in Vegas Friday and Saturday. So Friday night, I jumped on at, I think it was 6 a.m. Vegas time, which is 6 p.m. Vegas time, which is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay? But last night, I was on at 9 p.m. Vegas time, which is 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And I found I had a whole new group of people. See, here, I'm used to the people being here. The same people over and over and over again. Great, awesome. But when I was in Vegas, it was a whole different group of people. It's like, holy shit, I'm missing a whole bunch of people because I'm done at 11:30. Well, so I'm going to change the time frame this coming year. Where do you teach it? I teach it right here. Here's where you ask your questions. Will, you really want to talk to me? Send me your number. I will give you a call. Amy, how you doing? I sent you a text. It was a little rough today. Got home from Vegas. Hung out with my son. I did some work on my mom's Christmas present. I'm a firm believer in making Christmas presents. I actually still buy the kids toys. My son's 35. I buy him toys. I don't buy practical stuff like VCRs, microwaves, normal stuff. No. I'm a firm believer that Christmas is for kids, holidays. I think I bought my mother-in-law a Barbie doll years ago. No, 86. I'm back in my little broadcast room. All right. Anyway, Misty. All right, Dollar. We already looked at General Motors. I can't pronounce that name, but Misty, M-S-T-Y, no dividends, no thank you. Yulia, how are you? Tell us that to Buffett. Tell that to Buffett. I have no idea what you want me to tell to Buffett. Buffett has a totally different trading strategy than I do. Okay, there are different trading strategies for everybody. Me, I want consistency, predictability, and safety. I want a certain amount of money coming in every single week. 1% per week works for me very nicely. Bill, you want to take a look at Pfizer? PFE. Okay, I actually have some Pfizer. Eugene, we already looked at Pepsi. Sorry, dude, already looked at it. So, Bill, let's take a look at Pfizer. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at the movement, down, up, down, up. It's currently at 26.36. The 26.50 is going between 20 and 27. So yes, the 1% might be there. Okay, if you like Pfizer. Well, let's take a look. A year ago, we're at 28.30. The high of the year, 31.50. The bottom of the year, look at the last 90 days. Same 5 things I want to look at. High and low, where was it, where is it, where it's going, down, up, sideways. That's the overall. But what's the pattern? Okay. It's not that huge, but it's there. Now we'll look at the last 30 days, because the last 30 days gives us a better idea of what we can expect for this coming week. Well, take a look. 30 days ago, we opened up at 25. We shot up, pulled back, shot up, pulled back, shot up, pulled back. Now it's going up again. But look where it is. Look how close it is to the 30-day high. The 30-day high was Wednesday. Well, Friday was pretty damn close to it. Can it go higher? Yes, it can. Is it a safe bet? Don't know. How well do you like Pfizer? Does it make sense to you? Okay, these are important questions you need to ask yourself. Number 1, does it make sense? Number 2, do you like this company? Number 3, do you like it at this price? So on and so forth. All right, SPE6S, I have no idea what that means. Okay, BTDR. BTDR. I never heard of it. Okay, well, it does have weeklies. Interesting. Let's see how consistently they increase their dividends. BTDR. BTDR. Now, I'm over on Yahoo Finance. Yahoo Finance tells me information I want to find out, like this right here. BTDR has no dividends. It is a wasting our time. It's going to be a no. Sorry. Kayla, how are you today? Davey, over to Turkey M9. I have no idea what that means. How do you feel about SoundHound AI? Brian, no dividends, no thank you. They have not been in business for more than 20 years, so that means no. Okay, now, okay, Brian, I'm not quite sure if you understand this, Brian. There's 9,797 different companies that you can invest in at any moment in time. Okay, I have certain criteria: consistent profits, 20 years or more, and weekly options. Those two criteria is the only two I'm looking for. SoundHound does not fit. Simple. Does it fit? No, it doesn't. Next tier energy, it's NEE, not KEE. Okay, Shori, next tier energy is NEE. Okay? Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, there's where it is. Up, down, up, down, up, down. What's happening here? Okay, most of the energy stocks are all in the same position. Okay, coming down, finding a new bottom. Okay, Occidental Petroleum, I think, is the only one that has one up day. ExxonMobil, Hess, British Petroleum, Chevron, they're all looking for a new bottom for the past 2 or 3 weeks, all going down. Eventually, when the new administration jumps in, we are going to see exactly where the bottom is going to be for those companies. Dragonfly, Bank of America, BAC. Interesting. Coming off of a 30-day high, here's the bottom right here, okay, which means we're looking for the bottom for Bank of America also. Okay, I got a bunch more questions to go through. Okay, BTDR, we already looked at it. It's going to be a no. Poseidon's Last Molar. Dude, haven't seen you for a while. Hello. Simone. What stock is he talking about right now? I was just talking about Bank of America. Oracle. Oh, that was Oracle. That was a while ago. Can you check Ally? A-L-L-Y. Why is everything looking for a bottom? Okay. Now, we'll keep our eye on it throughout the week. When it finds the bottom, great. Paddocks, what's the best way to get started if you've only got a couple hundred a month in available capital? My grandson, who's 4 years old, which you could probably guess, he doesn't have a whole hell of a lot of money either. As a matter of fact, me, the ex-wife, my son and my daughter-in-law, and her parents, we all agreed to take all our spare change. Like, I think I came back from Vegas and I had maybe $2.85 in change. Okay, so that is going to go into his little kitty. So between me, ex-wife, my son, my daughter-in-law, and my in-laws, between the 6 of us, he's probably going to get, what, $4, $5, $6 a week in spare change. Maybe we'll do it once a month. Maybe it's $5 or $10 a month. But he's 4 years old, okay? He's not going to have access to this account until he's, 18. But there's a lot of strings attached because I am a prick. Really, I am, okay? If he's into drugs, he's not going to get it, okay? If he knocked up some girl and he's not going to get it, okay? I'm very strict on the availability to his fund at some point in his life. Yeah, so we're going to kind of dangle that over him. You don't get the money unless you do this, this, and this. I don't want to be a dictator, but doing good in school, that's kind of every parent's wish for their children. Hello, James. How about Pfizer? Orlando, good evening. We looked at Pfizer twice already tonight, dude. Oh, so we're actually going to start a new channel specifically for people just starting out that have small amounts. And it's going to be all, for the most part, all centered around my grandson's account, okay? And we're talking just got home. Okay, well, it is recorded, Orlando. You know, this is recorded, so you can see it later if you need to. Where were we? Oh, so the next account, the next channel we're starting is going to be for people who have very small amounts of money, and I understand that, okay? Because when I first started, I had a very small amount of money to work with, and people kept wanting more and more money from me. And I'm trying to get information to people and not charge them lots and lots of money for it, because you know I understand that this information is not readily available to anyone. So I want to make it readily available to everyone and not have to charge them for it. What's contracts? I might have missed the detail here. Padlock. A contract is a stock option. Okay, you're basically, you have two kinds of options. One is a call option, one is a put option. I don't teach the put options here. They can be a little confusing. I like the call options. They're simple, directly right to it. You lose money. Chris, I haven't, well, it depends. I've lost money in some. There's one account I have lost 0 in. Okay? But, yeah, what was I saying? Oh, contracts. Call option. It is a contract. Okay, you're having a contract to whoever's buying it. So if I buy Alley Bank at 36.17 and I sell it to someone at 36, okay, that means they have the right, not the obligation, they have the right to buy it from me at 36 between the beginning of the contract and the end of the contract. And this particular one, the end of the contract is the 27th of December. Or it could be the 3rd of January. Or it could be the 10th of January. Or it could be the 17th of January. Contract basically gives somebody the rights and somebody else collects money for it. Okay, so if 80% of all options expire worthless, I don't want to buy options, I want to sell them. I want to be in the 80% side. Okay? So I want to sell the option, be on the 80% side. I want to be on the, the covered call side, because if the stock is at a certain price and it's going to the upside, great. I want odds and probabilities in my favor. All right, Misty, MSTY, no dividends, no thank you. Check Misty, please, okay? MSTY. Monthly options, no thank you. I checked Misty, I said no, and every time you ask me about Misty, it's always going to be a no. I don't do monthlies, the numbers just don't work. I'm looking for 1% per week, not 1% per month. Okay, monthly means you can only do it once a month. Weekly means I can do it every single week. It's actually that simple. Okay, there's 52 weeks in a year, only 12 months in a year. Do I want 52 checks or do I want 12? James, you should make a meme coin. Thank you. I have no idea how to do that. I'm not even quite sure it makes sense. How are you hedging the downside if security drops a large percent? Rockstar or Rock Senior, I'm not. It's actually that simple. Okay, I buy only companies that have consistently increased their dividends. Means worst case scenario, when, not if, when the stocks go down. Look at this one right here. It shoots up. Awesome. It came down. It went up. All right. It came down. It went up again. Yay. It came down. It went up again. All right. Up, down, up, down. That's all they do. Okay? How long has Riot increased its dividends? I don't think Riot has dividends. Now, there are companies that I do buy that do not have dividends, and that's because they're usually on Warren Buffett's list or somebody else's list that I like to copy. I don't just do my own. I look at other successful traders also. All right, so Rock, I hope that answers your question. Okay, number one, never buy a company you're not okay with owning. Okay, if you don't want to own it, don't buy it. It is actually that simple. Okay, rule number two, never sell at a loss. I'll give you a perfect example. Last year I bought Kimberly-Clark, KMB. Okay, she dropped like a rock. I held it for 9 months. In that 9 months, I collected 3 dividends and 35% premiums. You see the premiums right here? Okay, currently the stock is at $31.50. The 31 is going for $1.55, which means I'm making, take off 50 cents off of that, making $1.05 on 30 cents. That's 3%. 3% for 30 days. That's not 1% a week. That's a no. This is the premium. It means I've collected premiums 35 times, and I collected 3 dividends. Most people buy stock and just collect the dividends. Okay, so Kimberly Clark, KMB, I bought it. She dropped. She floated around the bottom for a while, came back up, and then I sold it at a profit. Never sell at a loss. It defeats the purpose. If not, who owns Riot? I think it might be in Doc's account. You know, Doc likes Riot. Hey, let's buy some Riot. All righty, let's buy some. Okay, I'm actually that easy. You know, hey, let's buy some Riot, so we do. All right, next question. Misty doesn't have weekly options. Okay, MCHP. What the heck is MCHP? Microchip technology. Ooh, and it is a weekly options. MCHP. And it does have dividends. Holy cow. 18, 17, 16, 15, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Whoa, 20 years of dividends. So let's see if they consistently increase. So 2002, we're at 1. And then she jumps to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Wait a second. 2008, 17 cents. 2009, 17 cents. 2010, 17 cents. 2011, 17 cents. 2012, 17 cents. That's 5 years, no increased dividends. Explain to me why anyone thinks 5 years of non-profitability is a good thing. Siri. Oh, Orlando. You want to take a look at Siri? Okay, give me a second. I'm still working on this one. Okay, 2012 went to 18. Okay, 2012, 18. 2013, 18. 2014, 18. 2015, 18. 2016, 18. 2017, 18. 2018, 18. 2019, 18. How about just fuck no? Hell no. No consistent increasing. Okay, if a company is profitable, they will increase their dividends because a dividend is a portion of the company's profits. If the dividend doesn't increase, that means they are not increasing their profitability. 4 years at 17, 6 years at 18, yeah, no thank you. It just doesn't work for me. If they're not consistently increasing, it's going to be a no. I bought Ford last year at $10.52 and collected a 20-cent premium. What should I do this coming week? Well, Ford is down a bit. You can either sell another 10 and collect another premium. That's about what I would do. I mean, you bought it at $10.52. I think Ford's at $9.95, $9.92. Okay, the 10s for this week is only 7 to 8 cents, not 1%. Okay, I like 1% a week. 1% a week is over 50% per year. Okay, if you don't like 1% a week, fine. Well, what are you going to get at 7? Okay, 7 is 0.7%. Well, what's 0.7? That's like 0.75%. So just for the fun of it, 0.7 multiplied by 52, that's 36%. Okay, so this week maybe you're not getting a full 1%. Okay, rule number 2, don't sell it for a loss. That's it. Sell the 10s or the 1050s or whatever. Okay, or you can go out a couple of weeks. Okay, the 11s, 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out, going for that. Okay, always look at the numbers. What did you buy it for? What do you sell it for? Remember rule number 2, never sell for a loss. Now, what we have is sometimes we have to roll it forward. What does that mean? Well, that means if I sell this week's 10, I'm picking up 7 cents per share. Okay? Now you bought it at 10.50. You don't want to sell it at 10, but here's the thing: the stock's at 9.92. So it's always a numbers game. Okay, I'll give you the cow analogy. If I buy a cow and it gives me a gallon of milk every week, great. Okay, what happens when she gives me a half a gallon? Do I get rid of it, or do I let it, let it slide and then wait for it to recover? That's what I do. I wait for it to recover. Okay, let's keep on going. Josie, how are you doing? Tony Parker, how are you? Rami, APLD. What the heck is APLD? APLD. Applied Digital Corporation. Okay. Well, they do have weeklies. APLD. How well do they pay out dividends? There are no dividends. So, dude, seriously, why are you coming to a dividend investing channel and giving me a stock that has no dividends? Okay, we're looking for dividend investing for weekly cash flow. Rami, there are no dividends on that company. Users still rise. When you sell a call, do you receive the bid or the ask price? The ask price. No, wait. Sorry. The ask price is when you're buying. The bid price is when you're selling. So when you sell a covered call, you're collecting the bid. Okay. XYO. What the heck is XYO? Could it be nothing there? Rami, no dividends. Bid price, thank you. Rock Senior. How are you hedging your downside risk? I'm not. Okay, I don't buy something unless I'm willing to hold on to it for however long it takes to hit my target. Stacy, would you show the details of the call trade? Do you use market limit day good to cancel best? Ooh, Stacy, that's a good question. Okay, so hypothetically speaking, okay, all right, right here, Halliburton. Okay. Halliburton, I got 100 shares at 32. Currently, it's worth 26. Well, it's down $6. That's not good. But here's the thing. Halliburton, HAL. Now, Halliburton is looking for a new bottom. It may have found it on Friday because Friday was an up day. All right. Now, currently at 26. I'm not going to sell the 26 or the 2650s. All right. I'll most likely sell the 27s or the 2750s. It's far enough away so it's not going to, has less risk of being called out. Now, I'm not getting 1%. I might have to go out a couple of weeks. So 2650, there you go, right there. So if I go out 2 weeks, I'm picking up 34 cents a share, which is 1.5%. Okay, I'm okay with 1.5% for 2 weeks. Okay, it's all you do. Let's get out of that. Find a number that works for you. Tyson, if it were to get called out, would you just buy back in? If it gets close, now remember, Tyson, I look every single day. Hold on, Steve. Hold on for a second. Tyson, I look twice a day. Okay, I don't sit in front of my computer. I could if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I'm on first thing in the morning for the first half hour of the market, and that's when I do all my trading. Because I have other things I want to do. I want to hang out with my grandson. I want to hang out with my kids. I go down and help my mom, that kind of stuff. I'm selling it and collecting a profit. If it gets close to the strike price in which I sold, if the strike price is lower than what I bought the stock for, I will do what's called rolling it forward. It means I will buy back the option that is current and sell one further out. That gives me more time and more money. More money means my profit margin just increases. Okay, my idea, never sell at a loss. I will do whatever I need to do to make sure I don't have a loss. Now, I do have a few losses this year Okay, and I fully admit when I make a mistake, I said, "Oh, I fucked up and I hit the wrong button." I did it 2 or 3 times this year. I did it on Home Depot. I hit the wrong button on Home Depot and I lost. I think it was like $1,500. Or was it 25? I think it was $2,500. Yeah, I hit the wrong button on Home Depot and I lost $2,500. But it happens. That's why I always tell people, always read the order before you submit it. I also got hung by Siri, reverse split. Ouch. For I am in it at 37. Ouch. Assuming the strategy, I can sell at 23.50 or maybe at 24 with the plan to roll it the next week on Friday, rinse, repeat. Steve, perfect. I mean, that's exactly what I do. Hold on, let's bring up Siri. I think somebody asked me about Siri earlier. Siri. Now, I think there was a Walgreens. I think I rolled Walgreens every single week for like 2 or 3 months. Just roll it. Just keep on rolling it. And as you continue to roll it, you continue bringing money in. Now, remember, most people buy a stock and just collect the dividends once every 90 days. Well, here I'm doing things a little bit differently. I want weekly cash flow. I want it to continuously roll every single week. Okay, Nick, we already looked at Pfizer. Okay, I don't want to look at things twice. Do you need to pay when rolling over? No. Amy, no. See, I don't like losing money. I will do whatever I have to do to not have to lose money. Now, every once in a while, you'll hear me say, you're dancing to the music, eventually you are going to pay the fiddler. Yeah, that's true. Eventually, you are going to have a loss. It's going to be a small one, it's going to be a big one, it'll be a learning process. However, you cannot dance all night long without paying the fiddler eventually. What time do you get back on and check your stocks in the afternoon? I don't. I always do morning. Morning I do my trading. The only time I look at things at night is here at night with you guys. And I won't look at all my stocks at night because sometimes you guys don't pick the stocks that I'm in. Like I'm Harley Davidson. Nobody's asked me to take a look at Harley Davidson today. I'm amazed. Nobody asked me to take a look at Walgreens today. And I'm into Walgreens. But I won't look at it until tomorrow. All right, Stacy, I see that sometimes you are using market and sometimes using limit. What is the difference? Ooh, Stacy, awesome question. I always use a market order when I'm jumping in. Let's do one really quick so I'll show you. Let's do Siri. Why the hell not? Okay, Siri is currently at 24, so let's do the 24.50s on Siri, and I'll show you. Covered stock, the 24.50s, there it is, and do just one contract. One contract. Okay, now, limit order will sit on the market maker's computer screen and he'll fill it when he's damn good and ready. Okay? Market order, he's required to fill it instantaneously because it's at the market. Whatever the market is, it is. The nice thing about doing a covered call, entering into a covered call, you're doing 2 trades at once. You're buying the stock and you're selling the option at the same time. That I will do a market order because the option is already tied to the stock, which means I already know what my profit's going to be. In this instance right here, okay, buy one covered call Series 100, that's the weeklies, 27 December 24, means this option expires this coming Friday at 3:59 p.m. The $24.50 call option against the stock, the Series stock, at the market to open. All right. The break even, 23.77. Well, the current stock price is 24.19. So anything over 23.77 is going to be a profit. The maximum profit, $73. Now, $73 may not sound like a lot, but that's for one contract. Now, my assumption is when most people get to the retirement age or get to a point where they want to play this game, well, let's bring up the calculator and I'll show you. Maximum profit on this particular trade, $73. What is it costing me to do this trade? Well, to do the trade, I can buy 100 shares. Okay, for that, that's 2,377. Gives me a grand total of 3% return for the week. Well, a couple questions you need to ask. Number one, does it make sense? Number two, do I like Siri? Number three, do I like Siri at this price? Number four, am I willing to hold on to Siri as long as it takes with the risk of it going down in order for me to hit my target? Because eventually, let's get out of here. Get out of there. Get out of there. Go back to here. Go to there. Go back to here. Go back to there. Okay, this is Siri for the year. Are you ready? A year ago, we're at 52. We jump up to 55. We drop down to 25. We shot up to 40, dropped down to 22, jump back up to 27. Now we're back at 20. Okay? Up, down, up, down. That's all it does. How long do I want to hold it? I don't want to hold it. I want to buy it on Monday and I want to be out on Friday. Grab my 1%, say, thank you very much, and then move on. That's it. Oh, so that's jumping in at the market when I first enter. Once I'm entered, great, now I own the stock. Well, there's no sense in me doing a market order again, because the second time around, if I already own the stock, then I'm using the single option price. I'm not using the covered call price. I'm using the single option price. Now, if I'm into it at 24.19, I want to do a market order at 24. Now, it's going between 3 cents and 30 cents. So somewhere in between there. So 24 is in between 3 and 30. So I'll get my 1%. So if I want 24 cents, I'm going to sell, okay, one contract, okay, market order. I want a limit order, and if I'm into it at 24, I want 24 cents. Because 24 cents is 1%. 1% is what I'm looking for. Safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. And then I do it a limit order, and sometimes I will do it either a day order, which means just today. If it hits today, great. If not, I'll do another one tomorrow. But most of the time, good till cancel. I want my 1%, and I'll leave it there until, and then I will throw this one right here. No. Huh. Well, sometimes they give you an ability to do extended hours, which means you could do pre-market hours, which means you could do after-market hours, and it's called EXT, so extended time. So sometimes they have it available, sometimes they don't. All right, so we're getting very close to 11:30, so I'm not going to do any more stocks. I'm just going to answer the questions. This is calls, not dividends. User 2659, blah, 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 blah. All that. We'll call you Oscar. All right, Oscar. Yeah, it's call options on dividend stocks. I'm using dividend stocks to isolate stocks that have a tendency to increase in value. Once they increase in value, I sell a call option against them to collect my 1%. Dividend investing for weekly cash flow. That's what it's called. Doesn't say buying dividends for cash flow. Okay, I don't think you have to invest in a lot of companies, though. You don't. I only like the good companies. It's kind of weird. I only like the good companies. Saying it out loud is weird. I only like good companies. All right, let's keep on going. No strike price is different, blah, blah, blah. What program do you recommend to track my trades? There's a lot of people in our trading group or in the Discord that actually create their own spreadsheets for trading. Eddie, you should be promoting more your YouTube channel and Instagram just in case TikTok gets banned. You're probably right. But the thing is, Eddie, I have enough people following me that I'm not really worried about it. Where is the Discord, please? Amy, tomorrow morning, okay, I don't know if you're going to be on tomorrow morning, but I will have someone post the Discord link in the morning trading group. That way when you watch the video tomorrow, when you're done with school, the Discord link will be there. All right? I can't. I'll be at work school. Yeah, I know, but if you watch the recording, because the morning trading group will be recorded. Okay, when you watch the recording, I will make sure that the Discord link is in there. All right, and do you want to do the show after the private one after this? Because I'll be up until about midnight, 1 or 2, Christmas time. All right, yeah. So after we're done here, I'll send you a link, and you and I will do a private chat. All right, no difference. Mickey, all right. Mickey, whatever you said to offend me, I didn't catch it, so no harm, no foul, I guess. What do you think about option contracts? I love option contracts. How much is the investment? Neil, I'm not selling anything, so I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. It's called Pacific. Yeah, I get that. Eastern Standard Time, Central, Mountain, Western, Eastern, Pacific, whatever. BTDR, we looked at that, was a no. JPY Euro, that is, hold on, Forex. Yeah, I don't do Forex. How do you feel about option contract? I love option contracts. Tom, KULR, never heard of it. Brian, we already looked at Johnson & Johnson. They are looking for the bottom, so we can keep our eye on it. Hello again, sir. Terry, how are you tonight? A little late. Okay, Terry, we already looked at Verizon. We actually compared Verizon to AT&T early to see which one was better. UGI, Gas Corp. Okay, it's almost 11:30. Okay, at some point I stopped looking at stocks and just answer questions. So, Simple Simon, UGI is not on my list. What the heck is UGI? UGI. Yeah, it's a monthly, dude. That's going to be a no. That's going to be a waste of our time. Nancy Michaels, how are you today? Lobster Party. Oh my goodness. Lobster Party, how are you today? Anna, how are you doing? Fadlin, how are you? Jake, MCHP. Darren, what the heck is MCHP? CHP. Microchips. I don't know. MCH. I was right, it was microchips. So microchips, huh? 55. Look at that. Looking for a new bottom, dude. Okay, it's here. Bottom fishing, which means we're going to just keep our eye on it. You become a different person since 12 years ago. Yeah, well, that's just part of it. Okay, I think divorce had something to do with it. I think, a couple of fiancés had something to do with it. I get my brother dying, my younger brother. The youngest is not supposed to go first. Okay? Moms and dads are supposed to go first, not younger brothers. Okay, energy transfer. I don't like the premiums on energy transfer. If you're wrong, you're just stuck and not getting anything. Okay? Now, I used to do energy transfer until, I made the realization. It's like, wait, this is not doing any good at all. 86, thank you for that. I have no idea what he said, but I'm kind of glad I don't have to take a look at it. Gwitch and Phantom going. I never heard of Simeon. I never heard of either one of those. Okay, so they're gonna be no. I still learn how stocks perform are doing. Okay. As a young Canadian who just inherited a good amount of money, where do I get? Where would you suggest I go with? Okay, M. First of all, my suggestion would be find something that makes sense. Number one, don't spend your money. Spend the interest. Rich people do not spend money. They spend the interest of the money. Okay, now I'll give you a perfect example. And this is a sad but true example. My niece won a scratch-off ticket, $15 million. 2.5 years later, she is broke. Okay? So, just because you have inherited a good amount of money, don't spend your money. At least talk to a bunch of different financial advisors and find out what it is you want. Okay? Spend the interest. Don't spend the money. All right. Don't. VCR, a toy? No, VC, no. Where can I find the recordings for later? Where can I find a small account of video information? All right, David Meyer, de Rothschild. Okay, it would be in YouTube. Okay, now if, David, you go up here to my bio, see right there, my pretty little face, top left corner? Yeah, you click on that. That will bring you to the 10-minute trader. Now, at the 10-minute trader, okay, this is what you're going to see. It sounds familiar. Look, safe, simple, predictable, 1% per week, live nightly training, blah, blah, blah. Okay, down here towards the end, say view all. That will actually bring you to the second page, which has all of my social media. YouTube is the one you're looking for. Okay, YouTube, and you will come to the 10-minute trader. If you ever heard me say any of my videos, hey, this is James from Dividend Stock Talk, which is this channel, brought to you by the 10-minute trader. Now, the 10-minute trader was originally my 9-year-old daughter, because that's what she wanted to do. And then you go to the videos. Start with the oldest, okay? And there are a whole bunch of them there. Finding EX dates. 10 things you should know before investing in the stock market. Trading dividends weekly. That was 2013. What else we got here? 10 things you should know. 10 reasons why people don't invest in the stock market. Dividend investing less than 10 minutes a day. Dividend Kings. Dividend investing with the Dividend Kings, blah, blah, blah. There's JC. Okay. But there's a lot there. Receive 10, 20 trucks a month. Where to find great dividend stocks. Simplified chalk start reading. There's a lot of dividend. I made a lot of videos many, many years ago. But they're all there. Okay, let's keep on going to questions. Erin, happy holidays. Looking forward to a great 2025. Okay, I'm looking forward to it either. We're going to get, my children are actually starting to get involved. They're getting, piquing their interest. Teach about rolling a covered call if it gets close to the strike price, but you would lose. Okay, no. Okay, Chris, rolling a covered call, I only do those when the stock price starts to drop or the stock price gets closer to the strike price. Because if I sell something for less than what I paid for it, okay, with a covered call, I don't want it to be sold at a lower price. I don't want to lose money. Rolling allows me to move the option from this week into next week. It gives me another 7 days. That's good. 2, it gives me a little bit more premium. And sometimes when I roll, I don't get 1%. Sometimes I do. So it's always about the numbers. Thor, IBIT, we'll have to look at it tomorrow. FEPI pays 25% dividend monthly. Enron, I seriously doubt that. FEPI. Okay, it's a monthly. Let's go take a look at the chart on FEPI. Is that what he said? FEPI. On Yahoo Finance. Yahoo Finance actually gives me the, what do you call it? The statistics. Okay, now. Okay, Enron, you ready? The current price for FEPI is $50.97, 51. Okay, so the current dividend, September, October, November, is $1.10. Okay, $1.10. Let's bring up the calculator. Clear. $1.10 on a $51 investment is 2%. Okay, not 25%. It's only 2%. Okay, so let's keep on keeping on. John, I have no idea that. Garrett, MC. Okay, thank you for that, John. T-Mobile, hello, sir. Can you please do a Tesla analysis? Okay, Mike, my opinion on Tesla, you ready? It's quick, it's simple, it's easy. Are you ready? no dividends, no thank you. The company does not pay dividends. They do not share their profits. No, I just don't do them. I'm new to investing. I'm from Mexico. ¿Qué pasa, amigo? ¿Cómo está? How can I learn more about investing opportunities here? One day at a time. Just keep coming back. Jack Bale, I'm looking at CRDF for covered calls. Okay. CRDF. Why? Did you like that one, Jack? Why? It pays monthly. Let me give you an idea. Currently, it's at $4.26. I could buy it at $4.59. Let's open this up a little bit just to give an idea. Okay, the high of the year was $6.51. The bottom of the year was $1.47. All right, interesting. Last 90 days, let's take a look. 90 days ago, we're at $2.50. Shoots up, pulls back, gaps up, keeps on going, pulls back. This baby's going to keep coming down, just in case you're wondering. But let's take a look. Last 30 days. Okay, so Jack, here's what the stock has done the last 30 days. It was at $2.25. It shot up to $5.50. Now she's at $4.25. Great. You want to do a monthly optionable stock? Because that's what it has. Explain to me where you think it's going to be in a month. This is what it's done last month. From $2.25 to $5.75. Now it's at $4.25. Great. Monthly options just don't work. Because $4.59, 17th of January, look at what you're getting. Okay, $4.59, it's going from 0 to 85. Well, what the hell kind of a number is that? The 5 is going from 25 to 40. Well, that's nice. But where's it going to be in 30 days? Because the option is going to expire 30 days from now. So where is the stock going to be in 30 days? You don't know. So you're buying a stock, selling an option 30 days out. Where's the stock going to be? And if it doesn't hit where you want it to be, well, where's the stock going to be as compared to where you entered? I don't like monthlies. They're hard to predict, and the numbers just don't work. Okay? Jacob, should you stay in Ethereum? I don't do cryptocurrency. I can't help you out. What's the highest profit you ever made in a month? I made $12,000 in one day once. That was nice. How long have you been trading? For over 20 years. Thank you. I will check your YouTube channel. You got it. All right. That's it. That is the last question. Cool beans. Now I said I'll answer every single question. I did. You guys have a great night, and we will see you again tomorrow. Okay. Amy, I'm about to send you that link. Hold tight. And there